Indian rupee has breached 80 against the US dollar. It's a record low.
The Indian currency is now inching closer to that threshold, the psychological mark, 80 to the US dollar. And of course, we've been declining almost every day. Today, the Indian currency has plunged by 41 paise.
Why India's Reserve Bank has come up with a new plan. Indian traders can now settle their business in rupees. Until now, that was not the case. Trade had to be done in convertible currencies, like the dollar.
Hi everyone. The Indian rupee has been falling and in the last couple of months has been fluctuating between 81 to 83 against the US dollar. In this video, let us try to understand the impact of depreciating or appreciating currency on economy, performance of rupee and various currencies against the dollar, and most importantly the steps that the RBI and the government are taking to reduce the dependency on the US dollar. To start with, let us quickly understand the basics of currency appreciation and depreciation. Assume 1 US dollar equals 82 Indian rupees. Now if the rupee depreciates by 1 rupee, then $1 would be equal to 83 Indian rupees. Notice that we have here added 1 rupee. So, if the rupee is depreciating, the number would be going higher. This is a loss for India. India must now pay 83 rupees instead of 82 for $1. On the other hand, if the rupee appreciates by 1 rupee, we spend less to buy 1 US dollar. 1 US dollar that was equivalent to 82 Indian rupee would be equal to 81 rupees. This is clearly profitable. We must now understand how this impacts our economy. For importing goods, it is first required to buy dollars, then the goods. For instance, if we now have to buy $1, we will have to pay 83 Indian rupee instead of 82. Become expensive with depreciating rupee. What happens if the currency appreciates? To invest in the Indian market, foreigners need Indian rupee. Any foreign investor would like to invest when the value of Indian rupee is less. To simplify the concept, if $1 is equal to 50 Rs, then in 100 rupees India gets $2. If $1 is equal to 82 rupees, then in 100 rupees we get $1.21. This is less than $2. This scenario is good for India because we get more dollars for fewer Indian rupees that would increase our foreign reserves and eventually our imports. Hence we can say that an increase in the demand for rupee appreciates against the American dollar and makes it stronger. Now when foreigners invest in India and purchase the Indian rupee, it results in 3 things. 1. The demand for rupee goes up. 2. We get more dollars and our foreign reserves increase. 3. We can import more. So you now see, when the rupee appreciates, like we saw earlier from 82 to 81 rupee against a dollar, although the imports become cheaper, this discourages the exports as the exporters earn lower revenue, and this eventually impacts the overall exports. This situation leads to current account deficit, wherein the imports are greater than the exports. So, we see if rupee appreciates, foreign investment increases, but the exports decrease. RBI and the government need to balance between FDI investments and exports. Since quite a few months now, India's import bills have been increasing rapidly. We know that India imports 85% of crude oil. Crude oil prices are skyrocketing and had recently crossed $100 per barrel due to Russia-Ukraine conflict. This is the major reason for the rising import bills. Further, to control the rising inflation, United States is constantly increasing the interest rates. This reduces the supply of dollar in the economy, which in turn strengthens the dollar in the international market. This is one of the main reasons why dollar is strengthening against all the currencies. This data indicates that although the rupee is weakening against the dollar rapidly, it has still performed better than all other major currencies. With this understanding, let us see what steps RBI is taking to solve this problem. To reduce the dependency on US dollars, RBI is allowing trades to be done in Indian currency. RBI plans to do this using Vostro account. So now countries like Iran can have an Iranian account in Indian bank. This account is called a Vostro account. The Indian trader will pay in rupees to the Iranian account in Indian bank. This means Vostro account will get paid in rupees. Iranian bank in Iran will now pay the Iranian company as per the exchange rate. Advantages of this system are that we can trade with countries such as Russia, which is one of our biggest partners. We could also get our goods at low cost. UAE, Iran and Venezuela and Russia have already shown interest in this system. It will help us a lot in reducing our dependence on dollar and shield ourselves against the wishes and sanctions of the West. Challenges may be that the states may not be very happy with this move that directly challenges the dollar and can threaten to impose sanctions on India.